All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. All right, sell everything, sell everything. Everything's crashing. Crypto's crashing. Stocks are crashing. The market is crashing, and everybody's worried. But I don't think you should sell everything. I think you should hold on. I think we're about to experience the biggest crypto bull run. I think certain stocks are going to go on a run as well. We do have Nvidia earnings coming up pretty soon, so I think that's going to shake up the market in a good way. Hopefully, they do report good earnings. We do remember in September when they reported earnings, it was really good, and the price crashed. Right, I think Nvidia went from 120 to all the way to like 90 or something like that. So you can't be emotional with the market. A lot of people do want to sell and they see the market crashing. You see a lot of things on Twitter. People are like, "Oh, well, there's not going to be an altcoin season. Altcoin season's over. This is the end of those cycles where we see things just go parabolic." And again, I mean, once we start looking at the charts, we really don't see any of that being true. The charts look really good. Again, BTC is trading in the 90, 94, 95,000. People were waiting for this, right? They were waiting for BTC to be trading in this area a few months ago when we were trading in the high 50s, low 60s. And they're like, oh, we're never going to get to 90K. We're never going to get over 100. And we did that. And now people are unsatisfied. You got to understand in finance, people go for the most shiniest things. So if the price of something is not going up for a specific day, to the average person, they think it's over, things are going to crash, but that's not the case, right? Okay, so let's take a look at some of these charts and let's see what's going on. Why are people so worried? And yeah, let me share my screen. Give me just a sec. All right, so let's take a look at the overall markets. The S&P is slightly down for the day, down 29 points, or not 29 points, half a point, but 29, I guess you would say dollars, right? And then the Dow's up. Okay, so the Nasdaq is down, the Russell's down, crude oil is up, and gold is up. All right, so let's take a look at some of these news because I always tell you guys to utilize Yahoo Finance. They do give really good information on the front page. So first thing I see here says Microsoft said to be canceling leases for AI data centers. Again, I mean, it looks negative, but really we know AI is going to be the future. So there's probably some backstory to this. It's most likely that they're not, though they may be canceling some of the leases on their data center, but maybe it's postponing it, right? I haven't even read the article, but again, Microsoft is huge and they understand how big AI is going to be. So, but you do have to understand that people just read the headline and they start selling off their position, especially people with leverage and things like that treat the stock market like a casino. Those are the first ones to sell off their position. So it says Microsoft has canceled an unspecified number of data center leases amid the AI spending boom. TD Cowen analyst said in a note, the development comes as investors are closely watching whether big tech hyperscalers would continue to spend heavily on AI infrastructure. And I don't think this is going to stop. I think people are going to continue to spend heavily on AI. This is the new internet. And again, articles like this, people just like putting them out to correlate with the price. I always tell you, every time you see the price go down, you're going to see negative news because people like to, especially like Wall Street, people with a lot of money that are connected to these news outlets. They like pushing this type of stuff out when the price decreases because then it could scare people out of their positions just so we could see a nice pushback and then you're out of your position, but they end up gaining money, right? So yeah. All right, so let's take a look at some key stocks here. Again, it's red all over the board. I mean, Palantir took a dip. And again, if these stocks are in your position or in your portfolio, I mean, you could definitely see this as a dip buying opportunity. A lot of you always think about it like the stock market is over and things like that. But again, I think this year is going to be very good for stocks. I think in the next few months we're going to see some really good moves, especially in crypto. We'll take a look at the charts soon. But yeah, Palantir's taking a little dip. It got as high as 120. Now it's trading for 89 bucks, right? And it's a $212 billion market cap. I definitely could see this be in the 400 billion as the AI boom continues to take off. And I definitely see some price appreciation for Palantir here. All right, so let's take a look at Nvidia because we're getting earnings for Nvidia pretty soon. So it looks like it's holding up pretty well. A slight dip. I know it was like in the 120s like a few days ago, but now it's in the 130s. And for me, I think they're going to report really good earnings. I think Nvidia will see a nice increase if they report or they beat expectations. And I think they will, right? They've been killing it every quarter, and nothing suggests or nothing's pointing to them not beating expectations. The need for AI is still there, and they have a monopoly on the space. They push out the most GPUs, they get the most GPU sales, and I don't think that DeepSeek stuff that came out like a few weeks ago is going to have anything to do with their earnings this Wednesday, I believe they report. All right. Okay. So that's it. Let's take a look at Dell. I want to take a look at some key stuff like Dell because this is very important too. So Dell is at 114. So it's taking a little dip. It's still at $80 billion market cap, but it was all the way at 135. So this is definitely discounted. We need to start seeing things move on their own because right now everything's kind of like moving together. You see like Nvidia go down, then Dell will go down. You see things. So I think at some point in this year, we're going to see certain sectors take off more than others. And that's kind of where the opportunity presents itself because then you can make gains in something and get into something else that really hasn't moved yet, right? And we specifically going to see that in the crypto market. All right, so let's take a look at Intel. Last time I checked, it was at 26 bucks. So not that far off, 24, 27. The last time we talked about Intel, Broadcom, and what else? Broadcom and some other company was thinking about acquiring Intel. I forget who it was. Let's see if they have it here. Intel Foundry. I'm not sure. I forget who was the second. It was a big company that was thinking about buying Intel. It was Broadcom, and then it was something else. Let me see. Now I gotta look it up. Intel. Who's thinking about buying Intel? It just says Broadcom. Oh, TSMC. TSMC. So Taiwan Semiconductor and then Broadcom. So those two. I remember now. All right, so that's pretty much the synopsis right here for the stock market. And let's take a look at the crypto market to see what's going on. Obviously, it's just a sea of red. BTC, it's getting close to that 90K mark. Will we break that? I don't know. Like I said, for February and March, average gains of 13%. 13%. So the catalyst that I could see is getting us back in the green for February is one, the Nvidia earnings, and then two, the distribution of FTX funds. So that is going to be something to look out for. Again, we still have one more week in February, so it could turn around middle of the week. In the weekend, remember, crypto trades 24/7. So there's possibility that we turn it around this week, and going into March, it's very bullish. So that is a possibility. All right, what else? What else? Ethereum still holding pretty good. Also, what was holding pretty good today, what I noticed, is one of these AI plays called BitTensor. BitTensor was holding up pretty good. And you really want to pay attention to plays that hold up really good on downturns like this, because it just means people believe in the project, or there's a lot of accumulation going on to offset the selling pressure, right? So if we take a look at BitTensor, where is it at? Right here. It took a little dip now, but in the beginning of the day, it was holding up decently, but it's still holding up pretty good. I mean, overall, if we look at it, it really just took a slight dip right now from like 470 to 413. So, but it was holding up pretty good today. Again, I just think that indicates like, okay, when the altcoin season comes, AI tokens are going to take off the most, especially the ones with utility, right? But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the market today. Everything looks red, but no need to panic, no need to sell. Stay poised through this dip. If you could continue to buy, add to your positions. I think we're gonna have a great year in stocks and crypto if you're in the right place, obviously. But yeah, no need to panic. I'll give you guys some more updates as we get deeper into the week, and we'll see what happens with these NVIDIA earnings report and all the other ones. I think Lowe's is coming out too, and then some other companies. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.